Right now we're entering one of the oldest and largest covered markets in the world, where history, shopping, and chaos all collide. The Grand Bazaar dates back to the 15th century, shortly after the conquest of Constantinople. Before modern malls existed, this was the luxury shopping center of the Ottoman world. The gold section of the Grand Bazaar is where entire streets glitter with window displays of gold bracelets, necklaces, coins, and traditional Turkish designs. It has over 4,000 shops, spread across dozens of streets and passageways, and some families have run the same shops here for generations. Turkish carpets are famous worldwide for their durability, knotting techniques, and natural dyes. The textile section is packed with silk scarves, cotton towels, embroidered fabrics, and rich Ottoman-inspired designs. Look at these painted ceilings, glowing lanterns, and endless corridors. You can find everything here: carpets, lamps, ceramics, spices, jewelry, leather goods, antiques, and souvenirs. The Grand Bazaar has long been a center for trading luxury materials, including leather goods. The smell of fresh leather hits you before you even see the shops. You're never too far from a stool, a tiny table, and someone pouring fresh tea. The old market section of the Grand Bazaar feels like stepping into another century. After the Grand Bazaar, we walk through the bustling streets behind it toward the Spice Bazaar. It is smaller than the Grand Bazaar, but it's famous for its colorful stalls packed with spices, Turkish delights, teas, dried fruits, and sweets, and the smell alone pulls you right in. Inside the Spice Bazaar, it's basically a wall of color and smell. Bright spices piled in perfect cones, shelves of dried fruits in every shade, and endless cubes and rolls of Turkish delight lined up stall after stall. We came across a small prayer square with a wooden azan pavilion, where the call to prayer is traditionally announced. The Spice Bazaar developed over decades during the Ottoman period, starting in the late 1500s. Those hanging bundles aren't just decoration, they're actually dried chilies, herbs, and vegetables used in Turkish cooking. It's not just spices and sweets, there's also honey, cheeses, cured meats, and a million kinds of olives, all packed into one vibrant snapshot of Turkish food culture. Next we head under the Galata Bridge, and it turns out even here you can buy just about anything. Everything from snacks and souvenirs to random everyday essentials. It feels like the city never really stops trading, no matter where you go. We then walk across the Galata Bridge, one of the most iconic crossings in Istanbul, because it quite literally connects two worlds. The historic old city on one side and the more modern districts on the other, spanning the Golden Horn. With the Galata Tower in front of us and the Blue Mosque behind us, the view is gorgeous. While along both sides of the bridge, fishermen line the rails trying their luck catching sardines. It really feels like the entire city is moving in every direction all at once. The waters below are rich with fish thanks to the mixing currents of the Bosphorus and the Golden Horn. Next we take a ride on the Tünel Funicular. Built in 1875, it's the second oldest subway in the world after London's. It's small, fast, and surprisingly steep, but it's amazing to think you're riding a piece of transport history that's been running since the 1800s. We stepped out into streets lined with beautiful old buildings, some with faded facades and others covered in colorful flower window boxes. We wandered through narrow, lively streets until the silhouette of the Galata Tower started to appear between the rooftops. The tower itself dates back to the 14th century, originally built by the Genoese, medieval Italian traders from Genoa, Italy, who controlled this area of Istanbul centuries ago. It was built as a watchtower, and over the centuries it's been used for everything from fire spotting to prison cells. Today it's one of the best viewpoints in Istanbul. These pink blossoms along the Bosphorus are ornamental cherry and plum trees. They weren't quite in full bloom yet, but with all this rain they will be soon. Next we headed over to the Asian side, where Kadıköy, at the southern end of the Bosphorus Strait, is the Sea of Marmara. Like a bridge between two oceans, every ship moving between the Black Sea and the Mediterranean passes through here. We found that the Asian side of Istanbul also has no shortage of cats, or kind-hearted people feeding them. As we wrap up, we walk past the lively fish market, a stall selling stuffed mussels, one of Turkey's most famous street foods, and rows of vibrant, colorful olives stacked in every variety you can imagine. Stay tuned for more Istanbul adventures coming up.